You guys been wanting me to change the theme song sound quality, but I'm gonna keep the same song, so here we go. This girl reviews movies, games, and books. Just how she plays them, and she does that. She does it with the cat. Does that make her crazy? Does that make her crazy? Probably. Hopefully that fixed the audio. Crazy Cat does not own any of these pictures or books or pictures. I use them under fair use for educational purposes, so the people who watch them learn a little bit something when they do it. Hopefully that fixes the audio. Like Solly did all those years ago. No, I don't want to do this. I'm scared of this thing. Be more of it. Hi everyone, Martha here. So, past 2-3 days I've been playing the new Goosebumps game, and to see if it lives up to the glory of it. So, gamers beware, you're in for a scare. Well, I wish that was true, because unless you're really little, I don't think you're gonna get scared by this game. Because I didn't. I mean, I did get surprised every now and then, but I didn't get scared. So this is technically a sequel to one of R.L. Stine's books. One I did not read, but what it looks like. If you have read the Girl Who Cried Monster, which is basically R.L. Stine's rip-off of The Boy Who Cried Wolf. Then you know that by the end of this game that the character you're playing, Sloane Dark, is the daughter of the protagonist in that book. So so we're kind of having like a next generation kind of thing. Though I do prefer if let's go with what I would like this game to have done. Make it a little bit more scarier. And it was show the monster societies, more of the monster society besides just the cop. Have an opening cutscene where it explains the curfew and why it's happening. Okay, because the way it opens is just way too random. It just opens with them Sloane creeping out and saying there's a curfew. We don't know why there's a curfew, but there is one, and I would like to see maybe her parents eventually, but we didn't get to see them. Those are the things I wish this game would have done, and it would probably count against the score of this game. I did like the some of the Easter eggs in here. You can wear masks of the some of the creatures and Goosebumps in here, and then the save points are basically typewriters, which I guess it's supposed to be a reference to the movie, but I don't know, it kind of reminds me of Resident Evil, because sometimes we have typewriters in there, and I do like how it types and you hear that click sound where it goes back and forth. That's a nice touch every time you saved. So, like I said, you're playing a character named Sloane, who's definitely during modern time, because we have phones mentioned. They use thumb drives in here, and some of the thumb drives are, I think, some chapters from the other books, because I did find some thumb drives that they can take it to a computer in the game. You can read some of it, but only one of them reads out loud, and that's one for the game. So you're going around this game, releasing, I guess, the Mummy from the Mummy's Curse and the Phantom of the Audience, which is basically two rips off of two of the Universal monsters out there. Phantom of the Opera and the Mummy. That's what a lot of it I've noticed as I gotten older. A lot of his books are very reminiscent of other horror stories. This is done in his style. Like Slappy, for example, is basically just a Twilight Zone rip. You would probably say Chucky, but nope. There is an even older story out there that has to do with that Twilight Zone did. Then that's even older than Chucky. I mean, Slappy's not really in here. That he's mostly thrown as an Easter egg. You like can find his the thing that makes him talk on his own. That thing, Mutrata, that Latin thing. And you can wear his face, but that's basically it. I mean, it would have been cool if we did get him in this game, but we didn't. They wanted to focus on other stories besides him, because really he does get too much spotlight out there. If you ask me. So yeah, because you have three friends. Harvey and the twins, who one gets trapped into a mirror and one gets possessed, and you have to save them, but you end up releasing the Mummy and the Phantom, and you also find out that the librarian is a monster, which is, I guess, descendant of the one that your grandparents ate from the Girl Who Cried monster. Well, actually, uncle, not your grandparents ate her uncle. So yeah, I don't know. She doesn't look like she's old enough for. I think she looks a little bit too old to be. Because didn't that book come out in the 90s, and she already has gray hair? If she was a kid from that time period, she would look like me, and I don't. So I think they made her character model look a little bit too old in my book, because it's only been 30 years since then, unless she was a teenager when it happened, then maybe, but they don't really give you how old she was when her uncle died in this show. So I don't know, maybe. In this game, I mean, so it's available on all platforms. I played it on Xbox, because when I was looking to purchase, I saw online was only available on Xbox, but it's available on all of them. And there's two different endings in here. If you absorb the powers of the Phantom and the Mummy, you get the bad ending, which is you eat the librarian and the cop. If you let them rest, you let the monsters take her away back to wherever they came from, apparently. So, another thing that kind of bugged me, the fact that she didn't get her monster powers until the very end of the game, to where you can't use it. That way you're not overpowered, I guess. But learning that, you kind of wish it would have been a lot easier to do for a monster, but I think this is technically first time where the protagonists of the stories actually can go bad, because usually yes, there is usually a twitch at the very end of every single Goosebumps book, show, movie that makes you want to know what happens next, and it never ends with a 100% happy ending. So it makes sense. While here, it would end with a one happy ending with the good ending, because she still turns into one at the very end. So I get it. To me, it's alright. it's a little bit mixed of the bag, but I do like the little bit of references that you get to the Goosebumps books, and the fact that they made into a sequel for the other ones to one of the actual books that he wrote. But I do wish that we would like get like a perfect Goosebumps video game out there, but what are you gonna do? So I'm probably gonna give this Goosebumps game a 6 out of 10. So yeah, so I'll see you guys later. Like 90ish, you guys are not subscribed to my videos. It doesn't cost you anything, so there you go. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. And members, gamers, last readers, and viewers, beware. Were you in for a scare?
School play.